everybody, you know we bout to boogie on down.
Hello, here we are installing the foot pegs for the passenger seat. This is the before picture of the bars that come with the bike that we have to replace. Let's begin. First thing, I'm gonna open up this compartment which gives me access to the tools that came with the bike, which is located under the seat. Once I get this open, there it is. It gives me an Allen wrench here, which is used to remove the seat to get access to the tools. Here's the toolkit. Comes with the basic tools you need that are necessary for the bike. I'll be using mostly these Allen wrenches. The first one is to remove this piece right here. You use the smallest Allen wrench, and this would be step number 1. When I was installing this bike, these passenger pegs, I did both sides simultaneously so that the job would be done at the same time, rather than working on one side and then having to do the other side. I just did both sides at the same time, which made things go by a lot quicker. Now, step 2 for me, I remove this metal plate here, because you will have to remove the plastic frame behind the metal plate to access the bar. So that's what I'm doing here. Now, to remove this metal plate, you would just need an Allen wrench. Now that the metal plate is removed, there are two screws that you have to remove before you take out this plastic plate right here. Once these screws are removed, this plastic plate is a pop-off. You just have to give it a little tug and it should come right out. Just like that. And there it is. Those are the three intersecting points that clip on right into the bike. Next step is to remove this plastic part, which requires taking out these two screws. Besides these two screws, this plastic frame is also held by a clip it clips onto the bar, which you will see once I remove it. The screws are out, and there it's hooked up right now, so you have to slide it out towards the front of the bike, and then it'll come right out. This is the passenger peg bar that we will be replacing it with. Just like that. It comes with the peg installed into the bar. So now we're ready to remove the original bar, which is held by 4 screws. The first 2 screws that I am loosening up are a smaller size than the other 2 main screws that are holding the bar. So just keep that in mind. Now that I removed the 2 smaller screws, I'm now ready to remove the larger screws, which once these screws are removed, the bar will be removed. This is the last screw here. You'll see once I remove these screws, the bar will fall down. Those are the 2 small ones. Just putting them down so I don't lose them. Now you'll see once I remove this screw right here, the bar will fall down and be only held by that last screw. And there it goes. Now the next step here is very important. You want to remove the rubber pieces here from the original bar because you will have to replace them onto the new bars. There's 3 rubber pieces, this part right here, and then these 2 circular rubber pieces. This would be technically the hardest part of this installation just because you do not want to break these rubber pieces, and it needs some pressure to remove, but very easy to do. Now I put the rubber pieces onto the new bar, and now the new bar is ready to be installed. Right now I'm just screwing the screws there to hold the bar in place. Making sure it fits properly. However, the next step here is very important. The screws that are to the bar requires a torque wrench, which is what I'm using here. There are 3 screws that need a specific torque to make sure that the bar is secure, which is the middle smaller screw here. Right here I'm using the torque wrench to make sure it's at a specific tightness, and also I'm doing the larger screws here. that have a specific torque to them as well. The fourth screw, the smaller screw that's towards the back, just needs to be hand tight. Now there is the hook to put this piece back. Now the passenger peg is installed. Now just have to put everything back. This installation is very easy to do. You can definitely do it yourself, but if you're not confident, you can definitely have the dealer do it for you. But this took roughly less than 2 hours to make. And once it's screwed all in, you just have to put everything back, and then you should be set to go. And that's pretty much it for the installation. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, whatever. At the end of this video, I put the instructions manual, so if you want to take a look at that, it has the specific torque that you need for the bolts and other things. Enjoy. Thank you.